Upper bracket finals time! Let's go! We are in the Marvel Championship Series Season 0, Doom's Rise. And we are in the upper bracket final. Winner moves on to the grand finals. Loser will be making their way down to the lower bracket finals, where they will get one more chance. Because I am not covering any of the other lower bracket games, I can tell you already that prepared to make their way up to face whoever will be meeting us here will be M. Oh, their name is a pain. 1 second, I need to read it. Marv2L Riva1S. That is their name. We're just calling the Marvel Rivals for the sake of not losing my mind. Sorry about the screen disappearing there. I had to do some tabbing to get in and out. So, best of 5 upper bracket finals. Invincible versus BbiYak. As we prepare ourselves. Psylocke and Hela taken out here. Starting off quite early. Adam Warlock removed. No save for BbiYak. Invincible, they choose to save the Namor. But Invincible, they do not protect anything from further bans. The Hulk is taken out though, just removes the Iron Man competition. Couple players here whose names I cannot read. But we do have one of my new favourite players, TTI Long, for BbiYak. Playing that Doctor Strange is legitimately cracked. Some of the craziest stuff I have ever seen in this game has come out of the short time I've been casting this player. Let's get into it. First map, Symbiotic Surface. On the left, on the defense, it is going to be Invincible with Magneto. aka Nico 2, going to be playing the Magneto. We have the Mantis, Doctor Strange, Happy 2 on the Hawkeye, Luna Snow, and Cadia on one of their favorite heroes. They play this in a lot of the games we've seen so far. They are on the Namor. And on the right, on attack, we have BbiYak, Siona, going to be playing the Mantis. TTI Long, going to be on the Doctor Strange. Neil will be playing Magneto. We have Luna Snow, November, also on the Namor. And we have another Hawkeye coming in here. So we've got a pretty similar roster for both teams. In fact, almost identical. Portal coming out. But where was it? TTI. Ah, they're doing the same strategy as last time. So they portal here, and that blocks off the defending angle of the high ground. So they get a much better angle as they approach onto this point. We're getting a little bit of stutter, as we are to expect. I am casting from the UK onto the Asia region. We get that little bit of stutter there. But that portal, you can see it's hard for them to shoot round it, so they're forced onto the low ground, where we can see BbiYak get a better matchup. But November already taken out, as is Luna Snow on the side of Invincible. Holding the line, tanking through as best as they can for the moment. Position already taken by BbiYak as Invincible forced off of the point. And that is going to be the symbiote pod activated right off the bat here. And they're going to be making their way up, trying to force Happy 2, who has swapped onto that Star-Lord off of the Hawkeye. Shoot and shield, shield and shoot. Every time you drop that shield after a second or two, it begins to recharge. So if you can get the rotation going, you can get some really good value out of it. Pushing through the Namor Oceanic Dominions. Getting some good pressure right off the bat here, but TTI Long, quite far up, is going to be able to retreat back to their team. Risky for a second there. They take out Cadia deep in the front line, doing a fantastic job. November poking from the side. Horde of Proteus. It is sidestepped by all the members of Invincible, though Invincible, in fact, able to get their protection with the Soul Rejuvenation from the Mantis. They begin to push back, begin to drive back BbiYak. Siona doing the same. Eye of Agamotto coming out. Not able to lock anyone down, but they've bought themselves a little bit of time. BbiYak gonna back up, reset. They had the opportunity there to set that up, but have decided to back up. BbiYak in counter, gets a 3-man stun into the backline of BbiYak. Invincible, picking up 1, picking up 2, looking for November to make it a 3rd. They get TTI long. And November in full retreat here as they're getting chased down, focused down, healed up. Down to 25 and finally going to be eliminated as Invincible are able to defend at about the halfway point of Tier 2. Nice defense, the good wraparound BbiYak from Invincible. Beginning to push up, beginning to apply some pressure. Aquatic to minions, sending shots in from every angle. Cadia, Horde of Proteus. Onto the backline, seems to have mostly have been blocked by BbiYak. Down goes Nico there, seeming to struggle to get the angle. Happy has an angle of their own though, Galactic Legend. Their team is getting picked off, so they're trying to dive onto the backline. Meteor M dodged by Happy, but it absorbed a lot of their ultimate. Meaning no more pickups are going to be coming in here. Still, good damage output. Fate of both worlds from the Lunar Snow, keeping the team topped up, keeping the pressure on. Nico returning to the team, has the Meteor M of their own. Both Doctor Stranges about to charge out as well. Horde of Proteus knocks down 1, but they still tank through. Lunar Snow just respawning. BbiYak locks down just the Mantis on the side of Invincible. Counter from the side of Invincible. They find no one on the stuns. The Hunter's Sight is coming in, but the Meteor M takes them down. Invincible, they lose Nico for it, but they bought themselves a little bit of time, but they are still losing the fight. Doctor Strange barely gets out of there. Strategic portal coming in. Cutting off those side assaults, giving them more space to step up. Not entirely sure where that portal went. Might be on the sides, might be in the spawn to try and zone out that way. Powering on some pressure. Happy too! They've been hiding it. They picked it up a while ago in the previous quarterfinals, but they finally brought it back. They are the only player we have seen in this level of play pull out the Black Widow. But they are going to try and give it a go, and they are landing this damage, but they'll be sniped out. Will Happy stick with that, or are they going to swap it out here? Cadia keeping up the damage for the team. In their head. Beautiful job there. November, Horde of Proteus into the back line, trying to buy them some time. Cadia with the counter takes out November. The Namor battle is being taken right now by Invincible as they hold the line. Doing good DPS, but BbiYak are tanking through, just pulling back, getting into cover, and saving themselves a little bit of grief here. Happy too. Shots down range. Landing quite a few, is getting the damage. The red boom rifle. Looking for anyone they can get. That was in the head. Neil dropped low, but will be healed up quite quickly. Meteor M coming in. Nice hit! Takes out the Hawkeye, and that is the main job of this Black Widow, to just maximize damage output. Shots coming in, getting dove, but is able to relocate quite quickly and reprioritize, swapping targets. He's doing a great job so far. Down scope, just working through the damage again. November dropped low, Happy forced to pull back here. But their damage output looking good. Is this what they need? Horde of Proteus comes out, stuns out Neil. Invincible, they've got the angle here. Happy just waiting for someone to step out, but the rest of the team seems to have done the job well as BbiYak are forced into full retreat here. 1 minute left. Can BbiYak complete the final push here? Another snipe, and we are seeing Happy the only Black Widow player getting some pretty solid value. They're getting the pickups when it matters. Got the reaction time of just seeing those moving targets. Able to one-shot those aquatic dominions as well, doing a good job. The fleet of foot came in there. Holding on to Edge Dancer for if they get in trouble. Damage output's good. Here comes Star-Lord. Galactic Legend. No way they're getting out of that. Meteor M tried to save them. Nico getting focused down as we are seeing that Star-Lord taking through everything here. They're trying to hold the line. Siona healing up the rest of the team as they are trying to get that cut the rest of the way. TTI Long got a portal. Are they going to try and block the spawn? No, they cancel it. Realizing they don't have the time, they are needed in the front line. They have in the past blocked off spawns to give their team a chance to push in, but they've got to be here. They've got to be active. They've got to pick up the KOs before they can make the risky plays. I am Agamotto buying time, sniping out the Mantis. And that's going to be the 3 points taking the fight. And now the pressure is going to move over. A full 3 points needed by Invincible in order to match up with BbiYak. Winner moves on to the grand finals. Loser goes to the lower bracket. Pressure is on. Will we see any swap arounds? The Black Widow has been abandoned for a bit. Happy jumping back on the Namor. Both teams still the Hawkeye. Enjoying that damage output. The Star-Lord also abandoned. Very interesting. Little bit of flexibility for these teams, but the anchors still seem to be staying mostly the same. Classic Asia frontline of the Magneto and the Doctor Strange. Classic healer duo of the Mantis and the Lunar Snow, especially when Adam Warlock is banned out. And then the damage dealers is where we would usually be seeing a little bit of adjustment, but in this case, the teams similar mindsets. Hawkeye, Namor. Namor really seems to be an Asia favorite. Defensive positions for BbiYak. What are they doing? We're seeing a pretty big step up right off the bat for TTI Long. Do we have any creative portal plays? Or are they just scouting to see who they can see? Looks like it was just scouting. A little bit of vision being gained. Playing a little far up. Hopping backwards in full retreat here. Wrap around. Being forced invincible. Making their way around the outside as BbiYak move into position to defend. Retreat back onto the point. Portal. Coming in. Are they going to try and trap them inside? Pentagram of Varala comes out, and they've really closed them in here. Portal. Giving them a little bit of extra space, trying to trap them inside. Prevent any retreat. They don't achieve much from it, though. So far, no one going down, despite Neil getting especially close. Still pressuring. Utilizing the melee with those bans. Getting some good deep so far. Very nice pressure, but no one going down on either side currently. Both teams just tanking through this. Nico dropping low. TTI Long tanking through, and there we go! Nico is taken out by the Hawkeye. First elimination of this fight as both teams are desperately holding with that, building up a lot of ult charge. Flank coming in from Happy, gets deleted by TTI. Making their way back round, joining the team. Horde of Proteus, not able to find any targets, but they still pressure forward. I am Agamotto on 78%, playing like you have it though. Make the opposing team fear you. TTI Long tanking through for the moment. Coming all the way back from spawn, a long way to go for that Hawkeye. Nico, trying to step onto the point, trying to get their team some space here. Going quite heavily in here. Meteor M, but everyone is hiding. Gets a little bit of damage, but it's still tagged beautifully. Neil did take out Kadir on the other side, though. Was they going to counter Meteor M? Under sight. was dropped by the Hawkeye has already expired. Kadia respawning, but is going to be quite far out from this fight as Nico is getting kind of surrounded, kind of outnumbered, being forced to retreat, but is closed in on from all sides. And BbiYak are holding. Might be in a situation where they can take this first map 3-0. 1 minute to go. Kadia has the Hunter's sight. Just going to get healed up. Looks like we're seeing a portal into the back line. Nice, immediate snipe out of the Hawkeye. Kadia up on the high ground. BbiYak trying to lock down the back line. It only really catches the Lunar Snow. TTI Long tried to set that up, unable to do so. Neil dropping low. Good counter snipe though. They take out the Hawkeye. That's one of the big damage dealers. 42 seconds left as they've made it onto the point. Invincible maybe able to grab this as they take out Neil. Numbers finally started to swing in their advantage. Happy is so low but is still tanking through. Order Proteus easily sidestepped. Kadia locked down but has that Hunter's sight still at the ready for if the opposing team is able to make it back onto the point. They're still only on a single charge at 20%, but finally with 3 more pickups, Invincible are going to be taking control. Hey, Venom's here! Hi, Neil! Swapping off of that Magneto onto the Venom, immediately just wiped out by Kadia. As the cart is active, and Invincible are on track to try and take us to a tiebreaker in map number 1. Kadia finding position. Nice little... Has not finished that. There we go. I was about to say, he's still getting whittled down by that. Need to actually finish that frozen spawn. The Aquatic Dominion doing a little bit of work there. Portal coming in, diving Kadia right away, but Kadia leaps backwards to safety. Going up to the high ground. And they're forced back through the portal. Invincible, able to hold them back here. Forced to back out. Here we go, Hunter's sight as they focus down. Both Hawkeyes, in fact, trading ultimates, but N1 picking up a kill. Finally, Kadia is actually able to get their mirror match there, getting 2 even as Nico helps finish off the Lunar Snow. Kadia goes down. Starlord returning all the way from base. Happy making their way in as well. The defenders of BbiYak still fell. And as such, there are still 3 people on that cart. As they continue to slide forward. Solid pressure right now. Dr. Strange walling up as they've already made it almost all the way to the end, but they're a bit surrounded. Order Proteus onto the back line. Here comes the healing from the Mantis. Going to keep Strange up. There's a Horde of Proteus available for Happy to try and turn this fight on its head. Dropping into the back line, looking for Siona, but it's already picked off by Kadia, so the ultimate does nothing. Neil sending in the Meteor M. TTI Long is sniped out too, and BbiYak are snowballing through this. Invincible will be falling. There are now 20 seconds left. If BbiYak can hold it, they're going to be taking game number 1. We've even seen a swap off. Hawkeye is gone. It is time for Black Panther. Risky play. But if they are all grouped up on the point, Portal coming in. They're diving directly onto that objective. Overtime is pinged, and we see Black Panther finding off to the side, sees them all. Looking for more. Try to find isolated targets, get slept, but they're in complete safe position right now. Takes a little bit of damage from the Mantis. Finally picked off. Nico is tanking through as best they can. BbiYak is at the ready for Dr. Strange, waiting for the right angle, which could turn him, or do they save it? BbiYak gets the double stun to Siona, and Neil goes down, and it looks like Invincible may actually be able to do it as TTI Long goes down. And that is going to be the second point, meaning that Invincible, with 1 minute 26 left, are still in it, thanks to overtime. popping off at this stage. The Black Panther sticking around here, flanking off to the side. Looking for the right angle. Spear toss. Spinning kick in, Spirit Rend out. Or vice versa. Order Proteus comes out, finds one, the Javelin's back and forth, but the Magneto shields, shutting them down, and Black Panther again, getting a combo off and then getting picked off. Do BbiYak need to adjust here as Neil goes down, Luna Snow goes down, that cart is moving. Do they react? Do they adjust? Because right now, Invincible are just cruising through them. Black Panther off to the side again, getting zoned out. Healing coming out from Siona. BbiYak going to try and tank through this as best as they can. Holding on for dear life. Aya Magamoto is at the ready for TTI Long as they look to go for the turnaround. Waiting for the shields to expire in the meantime. Aya Magamoto drops down. Only really catches the Mantis, but the Mantis is still going to drop low. Kadia in full retreat. There's the Maelstrom picking up doubles. TTI Long gets the triple there. Meteor M coming in from Nico to try and just wipe out the defenders to buy time on the overtime. They are just in a corner right now, getting picked off. Happy is running. Luna Snow is just letting it happen because they know that this is over. And BbiYak are going to take game number 1. Game number 1 in this best of 5 going over to BbiYak. They take the lead. A well-deserved MVP, one of my new favorite players, TTI Long. Well-deserved MVP. Every time I see them, they're doing something creative or absolutely dominating. There is very little in between. That's gonna be game number 1. 14. Final hits for Kadia, 23 eliminations, along with 29 for the Magneto. Nicely done. As well as happy. Top damage, actually tied between the Doctor Strange and the Hawkeye. Getting some good work here. Healing output, dominated by BbiYak's Luna Snow. 54k. Proper healing output here. In terms of damage blocked, another dominant performance. TTI Long, 67,000. I might be becoming a bit of a fanboy. 17 final hits, 29 eliminations. Maybe the best Strange in the world? Bogor might have something to say about it, but they keep doing stuff like this. Legitimately top-tier tank material. I like them. I think they're pretty neat. I can't do a Marge Simpson impression, otherwise I would try. Anyway, this is a best of 5, meaning I need to go get a setup for game number 2. So hold tight, and we'll be back with our second game of our upper bracket finals in just a moment. It's time for map number 2. We are heading to Spider Islands. It's a convoy. And Invincible have the first ban as BbiYak take the lead in the series. Going to see the Psylocke removed, as is the Hela. Nothing too surprising here. Doctor Strange removed from the board. Sorry, not removed from the board. Saved. God, I'm not paying attention apparently. Adam Warlock also going to be protected. Invincible bringing it back. Invincible's last ban. Is there anything in that last series that was too scary? Perhaps the Hawkeye? Perhaps the Namor, but they use it too. So, is there anything they feel confident about? They take out the Lunar Snow. Okay. Interesting way of nerfing the Namor without banning them entirely, and a very smart decision. BbiYak, seeing that Adam Warlock getting secured, they choose to remove the Star-Lord. We're still going to see the double support combo from both teams. Adam Warlock, oh wow, yeah, Hulk and Iron Man just completely slipped through there. Adam Warlock and Mantis getting that extra revive value as the game goes on. With Adam Warlock essentially sharing their cocoon with Mantis, with the Soul Perseverance. But that means that we have Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and the Hulk all on the same team, and both teams will be going for it. We'll have to see who is able to come out on top with that. The team up, Gamma Boost. BbiYak on the defense as this first stage. They do have a slightly different team. The team's almost identical except for one small factor. And that is we have a Wolverine for the side of BbiYak on the defense. Very interesting. Wolverine, if you can get the right angle, and also with Fastball Special, you can actually throw Wolverine at Iron Man, and you can counter them that way. It's risky, but it is doable. Whereas Cadia, they stick with what is starting to look a little bit more standard. They are going to be running with the Hawkeye. Very high ground for TTI Long. Going to get focused down by Happy. TTI Long loves playing just super far up. Just being in the enemy's face, causing issues. And yet they never seem to be punished. Backing out to the rest of the team. We got that little bit of stutter, as we are to expect. The Iron Men and the Hulks looking for a right angle. November just gets melted here. Wolverine looking for the right angle, looking to see if they can isolate someone. Utilizing the third-person camera, can get a couple good sights there. Well spotted, just going to back up, reset, join the rest of the team, wait for their team to come back, and find a different angle of attack. Finds Hawkeye, misses, forced to dash out. Hulk up onto the high ground. Really going deep, trying to melt through that front line. They are able to pop Hulk. Back into Banner. Eye of Agamotto came out though, but that's still going to be a wipeout as Nico falls. Getting targeted down. They want Cadia, but Cadia is just too tanky at this stage. Getting the protection of their team. These teams playing back and forth. Happy too. They've played against the best already. Whoa! Where did that come from? Wolverine! Out of nowhere. It's exactly what I'm talking about. It might have been a Hulk throw. It might have just been a good angle themselves, as Wolverine does have a lot of vertical ability. Just sees an Iron Man and flies in like a hairy missile. Not able to get the isolation that time. Forced to back away. November has the maximum pulse cannon. Going to be rotating with the team, making sure that they got the right angle. Sending in the shots, but taking so much damage. Rotating in to try and burn through those tanks as the Hulk deep in there has to Hulk smash to stay upright. Maximum Pulse sniped out the air, shut down. BbiYak stuns 3, but we're still seeing the members of Invincible holding firm as too many members of BbiYak were taken out in that fight for the counter to come in. Wolverine picks up the double, but numbers are looking very good right now for Invincible. Portal coming out. Getting the team onto the card to try and hold through. Neil dropping down as the first checkpoint is reached. Invincible, they keep momentum. Hunter's sight will expire. Happy keeping the pressure on. The Invincible Pulse Cannon at the ready. And they take out Siona. The wraparounds jumping back in with the team. Heal up thanks to the Mantis. Missiles to destroy the terrain. November, if they can land the hits, it could be dangerous. Neil popping back into that incredible hog form. Shots being traded. You can see TTI Long there. Trying to creep in and trying to just pressure Happy 2 here. The cart continues to creep up. Karmic Revival available for both Adam Warlocks here. November taken out by Cadia in the mirror match. Nico gets stunned out, picked off by the Wolverine, but Wolverine goes down in exchange. Happy 2 though, still uncontested. Dealing damage, causing issues, finds Adam Warlock. Finds Neil, sends them back to banner. And this is a strong position right now for Invincible. Their momentum continues as they creep forward towards their second point of the round. BbiYak will be making their way back in. Happy really holding on to this ultimate, but they're still giving it their best. TTI Long came up to the high ground. BbiYak did come out from Nico. Cadia takes out Siona. Nico takes out TTI Long, and Happy wins the duel. November is down, and Invincible living up to their name. They are dominating this time. Pushing immediately into the opponent's checkpoint, into their spawn. Force them back, get that extra card distance, keep them in spawn. Happy getting targeted down, using the terrain. Gets out of range of the fellow Iron Man. Laser trying to finish them. November able to retreat. Hulk tried to finish them, but they are backing out. Good DPS, but Happy needs to be careful. Needs to back out here. Can't afford to get caught out. Good shielding. The duel with November. Dropping low, but Mantis getting them topped up here. TTI Long on the defense. Holding. Almost every ult is available for the side of BbiYak as they push through with the Gamma Maelstrom to try and burst through, but the tankiness is just too much. Adam Warlock has the revive for if this push starts to go a little bit awry. Neil on the defense, activating the Hulk smash and is targeting the Adam Warlock, but Adam Warlock is able to get away thanks to the knockback. Cadia dropping the Hunter's Sight, is trying to take out Iron Man, getting some damage done, but it isn't able to finish the job. It will get Neil though. Happy takes out the Adam Warlock. Born again as they come back. BbiYak to lock them down as Invincible are getting wiped on this defense, but both the healers will be coming back thanks to the Cocoon, where there is a Karmic Revival available for the Adam Warlock, who may just drop it immediately for the defense here behind the wall, but needs to get to the rest of the team. No, if they go down here, they can't get into range of the rest of the team, but the rest of the team is going to be up in this fight. The card creeps forward, but Invincible look to guarantee this last bit of push with the extra revives. There's two members are respawning for the side of BbiYak. BbiYak taken out with the stun, and that is going to be Invincible cruising forward. Numbers advantage in their favor. And it looks like that they will get the 3 points at the start of this. Here comes Neil, but it is too late. 3 points on this first round of map number 2, and Invincible properly living up to their name there. 1 minute 22 left, that's a good boost. 2 minutes and 22 seconds if we go to overtime. It's a lot of time. Do we see any draft swap arounds, or are the teams happy with everything that's been going so far? Looks like they are just happy with how it has been. Invincible looking to even up the map score here. Sitting at 1-0 currently in favor of BbiYak. Invincible looking to even up the score. Invincible on the defense here. Exactly the same draft. No need to mix it up. It is interesting that both tank players on Invincible have been playing the Strange. It was the other tank player in the last game. It is Neko in this game. Neko usually the Magneto player, but it looks like their usual Strange player likes playing that Incredible Hulk. That or Neko just really hates playing the Incredible Hulk. One or the other. Happy 2 on the defense, immediately just sending some damage out from across the building to land some of the damage output, harass them, delay, keep them busy, and whoa! A straight up deletion on the Iron Man. November has swapped off of Iron Man. Happy 2 is dominating as November is back on the Hawkeye. And Invincible continuing what is effectively a dominant performance so far. Numbers very much in their favor. The card is moving. They are making progress. But November taken out by Cadia. Laser trying to take out the front line, but again, the flanking on the Iron Man. And Happy playing so aggressively, but they will pay for it, getting picked off there. BbiYak is beginning to creep forward, getting their momentum, the heals. The heal on Neil, they do need it, but they are tanking at least for now, buying time. Healing up their Iron Man. Iron Man just got a triple kill. Picking up more, the Adam Warlock will be forced to revive. Invincible suddenly snowballing their eliminations. They are starting to get in trouble as BbiYak have momentum. They are cruising forward here. Adam Warlock has the Karmic Revival. We have Soul Rejuvenation available for the Mantis. Portal from above. Immediately Adam Warlock dropping low. Soul Bond to just buy themselves some tankiness. Shots are coming in. Cadia is desperately trying to snipe Adam. The Iron Man trying to work through Neko, but they're taking a lot of damage here. Get one. 3 members down for the side of Invincible as BbiYak have finally found their stride. Tier 2 has been reached. Happy 2 gonna be pulling all the way back here. The classic Iron Man game of Pong, where they try and hit each other with basic attacks and miss mostly forever. Portal coming out from TTI Long to the high ground, but they're getting targeted. They get taken out. They were going for a cannon. They were going to try to go for an Eye of Agamotto cannon, but instead they get picked up. Now the portal is on cooldown. They're just going to have to do it normally. You see a normal respawn coming out from the Adam Warlock, not wanting to get caught out of position. TTI Long making their way back in on foot with that portal on cooldown. And Invincible starting to get the momentum back. They're starting to hold again. Neil is going to run off the map here. Doesn't want to stagger their elimination with the rest of their team. As Cadia taken out by November this time. But November is being eliminated by Happy as Happy melts through the members with the help of the Hulk. Nico adding some good damage as well. And that is going to be a Karmic Revival coming out from BbiYak as they are going in for another attempt. They've got that protection. Gonna try and hold on to it. Maximum Pulse coming in from Happy. Tries to get the backline, does not find it. November with the Hunter's Sight. Getting with the radioactive lockdown though. It's going to deny a large chunk of that ult duration. Hulk smash from both Hulks. November finds Happy too, but gets sniped out. DTI Long trying to tank through. Aya Magamoto finds no one. No stuns coming out here. Both pulses have been used. And it's going to be Adam Warlock picking up a couple of the KOs here. TTI Long gets Nico. Karmic Revival coming out from Invincible. Trying to keep themselves in this fight. They can't reach Mantis, though. Mantis looks like it's going to be on the full spawn timer, but the rest of the team, BbiYak, they slow down their push, buying time until that ultimate expires. The Iron Men continue to brawl in the sky. Cadia taking shots, working their way through. They're on the defense. They just got to drive people back, and to do that, they need damage. Able to finally finish off TTI Long. Just looking for anyone to step out, get caught out. And removing a little bit of that cover. 1 minute and 38 seconds to get to that tier 2. Buying time. The game slows down a little bit as the teams build ult charge and look for their opening. TTI Long worked down again. Iron Man has been picked off here. Happy. An Invincible Pulse Cannon did a little bit of damage. Wasn't able to get any finishing blows, though. Hulk as a distraction. They've got the Unibeam. They're doing good damage to the tanks, but can't finish any of the shots. Cadia was taken out on the defense. Karmic Revival is at the ready. There we go. Adam Warlock takes out Happy too. Adam Warlock does pretty decent damage. Regrouping with the team. The cart keeps moving. Iron Man with a big wraparound here. Well spotted by Happy, though. May have to abandon that sneak attack. Going down low through the building. Deciding against the plasma. November with the Hunter's sight. Trying to get onto that Iron Man, trying to take out Happy 2, which they do. Happy 2 took out the counter Iron Man, though. Cadia is now dueling from the high ground, takes them down. That cart still moving, but Cadia's got the DPS now. They've got the angles. They take out Banner. They take out Strange. And in overtime, it looks like Invincible may be able to close this out on the defense, but no! Here comes Neil. Here comes Strange. Karmic Revival could be used. Karmic Revival coming out. Neil with Spider-Man to try and touch on overtime, but cannot do it.
1, 2, 3.
And Invincible go up with another map point.
Get that vehicle.
Did you seriously try to get that vehicle moving again, Galacta? Oh, I love the replay system sometimes. Happy. Gonna achieve the MVP. $20k damage is the top in this game. Bit of a low DPS game is on Happy 2, but they did get 24 final hits, which means that damage must have been incredibly efficient. 39 eliminations total. Damage blocked, 27k. Coming in for the Hulk of Invincible. If you look at the members of BbiYak, though, 22k healing will top out there. Also, O'Neal sneaking in there with that, dropping off the tank at the end, just desperately trying to rotate onto the point fast for Spider-Man. Didn't make it, but we now get the amusing end screen of the 5,000 damage, 24,000 damage block Spider-Man. Who wants to screenshot that and post it to Reddit without a context? Be pretty funny. Don't do that. That's actually really silly. All right. Let's get ready for our next map, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the upper bracket. Sorry, the upper bracket finals. Winner moves on to the grand finals. Loser goes to the lower bracket. Who's going to come out on top? Let's find out as we get ready for the next map. With the map score evened up, we are heading into round 3. It is time for a Royal Palace game. First band going over to BbiYak, who are now on the right. Domination. A little bit of a different playstyle. A lot more brawling from teams that we will usually see here. Adam Warlock getting banned out this time. Really just has crept up in priority. Psylocke going to be consistently taken out as well. Hela finally getting secured in this game. Going to be sneaking its way into the play. Invincible taking advantage of BbiYak, removing that Adam Warlock, making them choose between the two. Either way, they feel comfortable. They feel they're going to be the ones getting the advantage here. BbiYak, they'll secure the Strange. But who did they get rid of? Do they ban the Hulk out themselves? Yes, they do. So they want the Strange. Classic, likely the classic Asia frontline. Choosing not to go for the big blow-up plays with Hulk and Iron Man. Final ban, Invincible. And this map number 3. Winner of this will move to match point. It's Luna Snow who will be taken out.
Pick your hero or villain.
As we start to get set up. Some lovely picks to troll the caster coming in from BbiYak. We will see the value come out from Neil, though, on that Rocket Raccoon. They will probably be the one to drop the BRB, and that's going to give a little bit of armor to everyone else. Happy too. Going to be playing that Hela. That is terrifying. And interesting, Kalia, instead of their usual Namor, they are going to bring us a Moon Knight. Haven't seen too much of that, but it does show up. Oh, maybe a Hawkeye.
30 seconds before you
Teams
attack.
just rotating through, making up their minds. In the meantime, as we suspected, Neil, there's a BRB. That's going to give armor to the team.
Remember, Loki, no one breaks a bargain with me twice.
They do have the Loki, and I think they'll probably stick with that.
What an
I don't think that one is a troll. The Jeff definitely was. That was TTI Long. They are back on their classic Doctor Strange. But Loki and Hela, it's a combo that works very well. Invincible, they did the same there. You can see they had the rocket swapping onto the Mantis. As immediately, Portal going to be coming out from TTI Long. On the flank, setting up as BbiYak trying to get the right angle there. Kadia backing away, getting chased, but they are dodging very effectively here. We're getting our usual stutters, not too surprising. Namor came out from November, but Kadia is sticking with that Hawkeye. Trying to get some damage onto those high ground members as they've got a pretty reasonable flank here. The damage is pretty reasonable, but they're starting to get pressured pretty hard, and they are dropping very low. Holding on to it for now, though, their team came in to protect them. Getting our server stutters there.
Just embrace the light.
Katie is going to be backing out there. Happy. Shots from downtown, looking onto November, but November will retreat, not wanting to get caught out of position. Just wants to get those aquatic dominions down. Points already being gained by Invincible. Looking to go up 2-1 in this series. Good shots currently coming in by Happy. Invincible, by the way, they did not go with the Loki. They went with Cloak and Dagger, who is already ulting with the Bound Together. Covering that battlefield in that extra little bit of damage, getting knocked down by the Horde of Proteus, but they are still doing damage, still protecting the team as they swap to Dagger, getting the healing output. Swap into Cloak. DPS for their side as they're getting healed up by Mantis with the Soul Rejuvenation. Stun onto O'Neal. Loki with the ult steal onto Mantis. Got the Soul Rejuvenation for a little bit of extra healing on their side. And Siona picks up an elimination onto Doctor Strange. And momentum shifts. BbiYak able to take control of the point. Will we see any adjustments coming in for Invincible? Shots down range, just getting themselves into position. Happy has quite a flank going on. Get some good damage. Onto the enemy team's Hela as well, so that is a lot of damage. Gets healed up quite quickly. Dr. Strange pressuring forward. BbiYak looking to hold the line for the moment. As Invincible pressuring forward as hard as they can. No shots being landed here. Doctor Strange for Invincible. Meteor M trying to use the Aquatic Blessing to delay and deny. Eye of Agamotto blocks the shield from Doctor Strange and they get taken out. TTI Long able to counter that and the victory in the 1v1 as BbiYak taking control of the objective, keeping control of the objective. They catch up with Invincible. They're just going to wait for the portal here.
A shortcut through space.
Immediately onto the high ground. Got some good pressure. No immediate chases, no immediate dives. Strange holding down the front line. Volcania able to take down November, who was hiding in the back. There is the Hunter's sight as they move on to the point and start dropping the damage. It's being blocked mostly by Strange. They find Loki, looking to try and finish them off, which they do with the help of the Mantis. Now it's all down onto that Doctor Strange, who is just so low in this fight. But TTI Long is tagging through, finally going to get picked off. That's going to be a quadruple going over to Invincible, who retake the point. 94% for BbiYak. But Invincible now in control on 72% and counting. These two teams are so evenly matched. Portal again coming in as BbiYak return to the board. Order Proteus coming in, stuns out Hela, buys them a little bit of time. Bound together, coming out, the Cloak and Dagger into extra healing. Siona dropped the Soul Rejuvenation, bought them a little bit of extra time. They're holding the point, 95%. Who's going to be the one to get onto it? Meteor M gets the shot onto Loki. That's going to remove so much healing and the ability to steal those ultimates. They take out Neil, and it looks like Invincible may be the ones to keep control. They drive back TTI Long. And Invincible, Star-Lord tried to make it on in time, but TTI Long could not hold it. Invincible take round number 1 of this third map. Looking to set themselves up for match point. They're looking very strong right now. Odin's Archive, the next stage. Do we see any draft changes? Invincible, they came out on top, so they may just be happy with what they did.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
BbiYak, BRB, getting that little bit of extra shielding. And the fact that they are putting it onto these members means that they have likely committed that this is what they are going to play. Jeff, for a little speed boost. Very quick BRB beacon.
4, 3, 2.
A little bit late, so only 1 or 2 people are going to get it. Jeff for speed boost because they're holding onto their portal.
If the world didn't need superheroes, I'd work at a carnival.
Heading onto the point fast as possible. Ults for this first push. Very much in favor of BbiYak, who have that Eye of Agamotto. And that Loki copy.
I am strengthened for battle.
He's going to be pushing up onto the point right off the bat. Taking position. Holding this lower point with that center column as the zoning potential here. BbiYak not looking to overstep themselves yet. They've got control. They can hold on to their ults, not their oats. O'Neal already having that Meteor M charged up as well, adding it to the ultimate collection. Good blinds coming out from the Cloak and Dagger on the side of Invincible, who have stepped up onto the point. Eye of Agamotto finds two members. They take out Cloak and Dagger, and they take out the Doctor Strange. Cadia with the Hunter's Sight, solid damage output, but not enough to finish the job. Just being left alone, not by any fault of their own team. They just got outplayed in that fight. Happy 2 is taken out as well, and Cadia will be the last to fall. But while they were chasing after that Hawkeye, point was stepped onto by the side of Invincible. Cloak and Dagger bound together with that extra protection. Goddess of Death coming in. Loki stealing an ultimate as well. And we're seeing a Goddess of Death coming in from the side of BbiYak as well. All of the goddesses coming in. It's a Goddess Fire Sale, a plethora of goddesses. Meteor M came out. Did not seem to land the hits. But who is landing the hits? It's the Hela. Able to grab one elimination. Make it 2. Nico goes down. And BbiYak are starting to snowball. That is going to be yet another. Can anyone make it onto the point in time? 86%. Invincible this time. No momentum at all. Sending in the shots. But they've still got time. If they can get a tag onto the point, they may have a chance. But for that to happen, someone squishy is going to need to take the dive. They decide against it. Save their abilities for the third section of the map. As it comes down to this. Winner of this will go to match point. Be one win away from going to the grand final. Loser goes down to the lower bracket to play against the team known as Marvel Rivals.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Deal once again on point. The beacon is up.
Mantis, Pete just put Clintar on top of the list. How you holding up?
I can manage. And we'll free everyone from the collector's theme park, yes?
They delay, they distract. This seems to be the way of BbiYak. Nothing too aggressive or divey once they have the point. They chase when they need to, but they play a little bit more passively than some of the other teams, outside of the fact of just how far that their Doctor Strange plays up.
Got it?
TTI log, portaling to the high ground. This high ground usually gets blown up pretty quickly, but it still gets you a good angle on the stairs. That was a launch there with that Cloak of Levitation. Good damage output. Trying to burn through that Magneto, as they do with the Maelstrom.
Looks like the mission area is
Pressuring forward. The Sephirim shield is doing a good job, and once again, TTI Long able to pressure people back off the point. They played far up, but they don't overextend. They don't push people all the way back to spawn, like we see some other teams try to do. Just being patient as a Moon Knight here. Cadia from Invincible, trying to give them a different angle of attack, a different option here. TTI Long getting focused down. Healing's good, but they might not have enough here. Shield barely recharging here. Flag from the side. Aya Magamoto catches 3. Cadia is wiped out. Cloak and Dagger is taken down, and Nico is removed from the board by Siona. Happy is caught up in the crossfire. It's a quintuple, as only Mantis is able to survive. Big ult to burn at this stage, but they've got plenty of time to rebuild it. BbiYak hold position.
your team's capture progress is
They've got some good damage here. No matter what, by getting to this stage, a team has guaranteed themselves third place at max. But these teams, they want that guaranteed second place at minimum. If they win, second place minimum. If they lose, third place minimum. Cadia dropping low, gonna get sniped out. Happy into the air. It's a Goddess of Death battle once again. They're right next to each other. They're just hanging out. But this is gonna be BbiYak who got the better position there. They were able to spot it fast. Aya Magamoto coming out in the back line. And Invincible burn through a couple members of BbiYak, but they're still outnumbered. Down goes Strange. Sniping people on the rotation. They're trying to get onto the point, but that was dominant. And BbiYak take the series and will go 1 up in the overall rankings. 1 map to 2 now in favor of BbiYak. Invincible. They need to win 2 in a row now in order to go to the grand finals. BbiYak, they just have to win 1 more map. This is where the pressure starts to pile on for these teams. 10 final hits for the Hella. BbiYak playing beautifully here. Total damage output looks like it was pretty close between the two Hellas. 14k across the board. Slight edge for Happy. Comes out ahead in terms of damage numbers. Damage blocked. Also very slight lead for the Doctor Strange of Invincible. With a 1k lead, only barely. And finally healing output. Gonna be Invincible's Cloak and Dagger. That comes out on top with 2024. Said that very particularly because that's in the past, baby. 1 map before BbiYak can make it to the grand finals, or 2 maps until Invincible pull off a comeback and fight their way through to the grand finals. I'm going to get it set up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's round 4. It's Shin-Sabuya. And we are getting underway. Match point for BbiYak. Invincible. Needing 2 wins to keep themselves in this series. And Doctor Strange immediately banned out by Invincible. Very interesting. They've been running that pretty consistently themselves here. Banner gonna be secured. Adam Warlock taken out by BbiYak. These teams really mixing it up here. Invincible, they get their choice of ban here because BbiYak are almost certainly going to ban out the Iron Man. They take out the Black Panther. Now we'll either see Iron Man banned away, or will BbiYak embrace the Iron Man chaos? They've shown they can go toe-to-toe. They do have what it takes. They banned the Hella. It's an Iron Man game, folks.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Hulks, Iron Man. Thinking about mixing it up, actually. We're seeing BbiYak. They're hesitating. Namor. They were looking at Star-Lord. They were looking at Namor. November. They think they can counteract this Iron Man with the Psylocke. Or perhaps we will see a swap around as we load into the game. Otherwise, these drafts pretty similar. Both have a Namor. Both have a Magneto, an Incredible Hulk, Lunar Snow, and Mantis. The only difference so far, excuse me, is November playing the Psylocke, and Happy can going to be embracing this Iron Man. And the fact that November has left the base means that they, in fact, let it go through with no intention of playing the Iron Man. At least not yet. Very interesting. Very creative. Shields coming out.
The battle starts in 5,
Rocket with the beacon.
4, 3,
Keeping the team topped up.
1. You have to stop them from securing the mission.
Defense by BbiYak. Invincible on attack. They begin to make their way forward. Magneto on the high ground first. Trying to work their way along this Iron Man. Shots being dropped from above. Hulk with a little bit of pressure with the impenetrable guard. Being forced to back up. Up and down. Utilizing the map boost to just give themselves a little bit of time to rest, to reset, charge their abilities, and then re-get to their position right off the bat. Siona has already been taken out here. Invincible battling on the point. Neil trying to absorb some of these hits here. Dropping down to Banner. And it looks to me like Invincible have controlled that objective. Charging up November, just wrapping around to the side. Seeing if they can bait people into a battle that they can get the advantage on. But this looks like it will be a cart active. We do see some reinforcements making their way in. Happy trying to laser down November, which they do.
You don't have to fight alone.
Healing from the Mantis. We get a little bit of the stutter. Happy showing why this combo gets banned out so often. Getting one pickup here. Getting two. Chasing down Hulk. Just melting people here. Cart is active. And Happy is really showing how powerful this combo is. Still no adjustment from BbiYak. They're trusting that the Psylocke will help deal with this. They have the Invincible Pulse Cannon at the ready. Happy. Doing solid damage. Rockets to just burn through that tank front line. Kadia on the Namor in the back doing work. Taking a little bit of damage. Psylocke sneaking in there. November finding the value with the Dance of the Butterfly in the air to take out Tony. Kadia getting healed up though with the Fate of Both Worlds, keeping the team up. Now to Soul Rejuvenation, keeping the team in this fight as Invincible look to push up and try and punish November. But November is doing good damage. Here comes the pulse, but it's absorbed by the Meteor N. They try to chase down Happy. Happy is able to tank through. Counter Meteor M from Nico. Did some good damage, but they go down as Neil picks them off. And it looks like BbiYak will be able to take the defensive position. Happy able to retreat back to base, gets reinforcements, and November chasing a little too Moria style. Forced to go back to the respawn. In the meantime, Neil being a body, being meat, just absorbing hits here. An especially angry punching bag. Buying time for the team. Get a Hulk smash as they drop down to their last 300 health to make sure that they can stay in this fight and keep brawling to buy time for their team. They've still got 3 minutes until the OBJ times out, but they're still looking to get as much pressure as they can. Invincible.
I am ready to put on a
Pushing in as best they can. Dance of the Butterfly from November. Got a little bit of damage. Wasn't able to get any finishing shots here. Oh, the Proteus came out from Kadia. And here comes the counter from the side of BbiYak as they push on. But everyone is tanking. Once again, another Soul Rejuvenation. And a Fate of Both Worlds as both backline healers tanking through. Unibeam takes out the Namor. Meteor M into the air on the building to snipe out Happy. They are taking down Iron Man pretty consistently here, but is the value being equivalent? Takes out Kadia. And BbiYak. They are holding. They are delaying. Lot of damage there. Trying to back out. There's so much damage being done. They're trying to hold. TTI Long is doing their absolute best. Neil. Their Hulk smash coming back up relatively soon. Returning from base. Happy. Flanking off to the side. Does have that invincible pulse cannon.
Who will help?
Nico does have the Meteor M. Happy taking out some aquatic dominions. Giving their team a little bit of space to work with here. Getting healed up by Mantis. They've got a good angle with this. Working their way through. Lot of ultimates currently available for Invincible. They may try and use the opportunity to make their way in and go for a setup.
Only 60 seconds left.
Getting a lot of damage. But where's the finishes? Happy gonna back up, reset their positions, and they go to get sniped out the air. Oh, the Proteus catches the Magneto, but sniped out the air by the Dance and the Butterfly. Not even a Dance and the Butterfly, that was just solid damage output. Hulk smash onto Mantis as BbiYak on the defense. They've already taken out Iron Man, and now they're pushing forward with the Unbreakable Guard. They are pushing all the way off the point. Fate of both worlds, though, that's going to buy them a lot of extra time there. And even without Iron Man Invincible, pressure onto the point. They have in fact swapped off of Iron Man. They lost the charge. They have brought out the Psylocke of their own. Tagging through. November starts with the Butterfly. Has expired. Meteor M coming in from TTI Long. Backing up onto the point, holding this defense. Taking a lot of damage. They shield as best as they can, but it does expire. Invincible. Gonna be pushing up here. They're in overtime. They can't afford to step off this car for more than a couple minutes. Couple seconds even. But if they can get to under this bridge, then that's gonna be that second location, meaning they'll be one away from the full 3 points. Hulk making it on there. They're so close. 123.9. Cadia doing the damage, holding the line. They take out Hawkeye. They take out Magneto. They take out Luna Snow. And this card is cruising on to that second point.
Need a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
The final push is what we are now on. Cadia sniping November there. Getting big damage output as Invincible. They got some good positioning here. Just sieging in. Keeping the enemy back. Buying time. Let that car catch up to them. Happy. Did have the Dance of the Butterfly. Still has it available, but what can they do without it? Invincible. Keeping the pressure on as best as they can. Soul Rejuvenation at the ready, but they're holding on to it as the Fate of both worlds is going to come out first. Stagger those ultimates so that you don't lay them on top of each other and you get the maximum value. They're forced to retreat though as Invincible. Not feeling confident about this fight by the looks of it. They're just going to back up, wait for the rest of the team. Magneto rejoins. Hulk just a little bit behind them is on the way. They've got 19 seconds for the overtime. Making their way onto the point right away. Finds Psylocke, gets the sleep. Headshot, immediate dash away, Horde of Proteus. Here comes the Meteor M's, trading back and forth. Lots of damage comes out, but those Fate of both worlds get the tanking and Soul Rejuvenation for a little bit. Horde of Proteus onto the front line, double knock up. November is stunned out. The Groot is tanking through. TTI Long is doing what they can to hold. O'Neal backing away, but that is a Hulk smash. And we are seeing the defense of BbiYak collapsing here. November trapped in base by the Hulk. The Maw enters with them. But how much value are they actually going to be able to get here? As that card continues to creep forward. Where are the front lines? Who's going to be able to hold the front line? The radioactive lockdown, and the cart makes it in. Frontline unable to push through in overtime. BbiYak. Nicely done by both teams. But the advantage taken by Invincible. BbiYak now have their work cut out for them. Which means Invincible may be back in this tournament. Or are we perhaps going to be going to an overtime? If 3 points are achieved by BbiYak, it does not matter in what time they do it in, then we go to a tiebreaker on this map. Could it be enough? Could they utilize it to close this out? We're going to be finding out. Neil starting off with the BRB, followed by an absolutely destructive spree of sabotage and vandalism. Love to see it. Very in-Rocket character. Invincible, they're going to be setting up for their defense here, making their way to the point. The high ground going to be set up here.
Fear best self. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
Let's see if BbiYak can close this out and head to the grand finals. Already trading a couple shots with Happy. November forced to drop down. Needs some of that healing. Dropped down to 46. Got the shield from Magneto. And finally, we'll get healing from the rest of the team. Again, reminded that there is Iron Man available in this game, but these teams have just decided, nah. Pressure. Trying to burn through. Ooh, knocked down. November in serious trouble. The Hulk sniping them out of the air, forcing them back here. Does force them into their team, though, so we are going to see November tanking through. Getting the help, getting the healing. Just getting some good flanks here. Happy also able to back away, though. Not going to get themselves caught out of position here. November tanking as best they can. Not going to get eliminated here. Pressuring. Good sedation. Lovely sleep onto Neil, but they're tanking through as best as they can for now.
A nice deep freeze.
Forced to retreat all the way back to base, getting healed up by the rest of the team. Slow and steady, but this is a lot of time being burned as Invincible. Holding them at tier 1 at the moment. Still 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Plenty of time to achieve a capture here. The building's getting destroyed, removing some of that high ground positioning. Cadia getting chased out here. Nico has the Meteor M on a Proteus onto the back line. But where's the follow-up? There it is! Dance of the Butterfly from November, trying to just burn through people. They've already taken out Mantis, and O'Neal takes out the Psylocke. Happy goes down, Nico goes down, and that is going to be a quadruple. Can they make it a quintuple elimination? Looks like they will not need to. They're able to keep Hulk back off the point. And the card is active. We got this series still continuing, and BbiYak, their dreams of closing out this map remain alive. A little bit of pressure. Working their way through the members of Invincible as the Hulk is once again isolated. Has the Hulk smash to tank their way through this front line. Meteor M coming out from TTI Long. They get the Lunar Snow. Nico on the counter though takes out Ziona. Meteor M's on both sides. Nice shield, but they still just get bodied. Neil trying to buy time. Getting just stun-locked here. Forced to retreat back to their team. Nice use of the unbreakable barrier there. Giving himself time to heal up, make their way back to the team without getting picked off, and they were at low health here. BbiYak continue to creep forward, piece by piece. Dance of the butterfly, but an immediate counter coming out with the fate of both worlds to shut it down, forcing November to retreat. Hulks leaping in. Siona keeping their team topped up as well as they go for the counter. Happy is holding on to theirs. Horde of Protean. Happy gets stunned down. There comes the counter with Happy. Dance of the butterfly onto the backline, and they get Lunar Snow. O'Neal is taken out by Cadia. Happy on the flank, looking to try and take out the Magneto, which they do. Nico able to assist with that and pick up the final hit. Happy taking cover. The damage output is looking very strong so far. Invincible trying to keep this defense up. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to get just over half of the remainder of the way. Lockdown onto November. Could be bad, but they double dash. No, sniped out anyway. Now Nico is deep in enemy territory, trying to push them back, able to get the pickup onto the Namor. 150 remaining. Trying to trap him in base. Keep him away from that cart. Keep that overtime from coming through. Getting stunned out though by Hulk. Neil getting some good damage output here. It's going to force Nico to back up. Meteor M comes in, finds no one. Does the butterfly from November to try and turn this fight around. They got some good damage output. November gets one. Cadia goes down, make it two. But Siona is wiped out by the Meteor M from Nico. November's got a good flank on this angle. It's 1-1 currently in terms of eliminations. They're looking to make it a second, but both teams are just tanking through forever. Finally, Lunar Snow goes down. And BbiYak, they keep the momentum going, popping back into that incredible Hulk. Neil is on the board. Lunar Snow healing up Neil, keeping them going, keep that cart moving. They have a very short numbers advantage. They did pick off a couple members of Invincible, but Invincible still playing very aggressively, still forcing them to back up here. And down they go on the backline. Neil taking through, but now without one of their healers. Dives into the backline, immediately slept. Gonna get that Hulk smash off though, as they were dropping so low, but they're able to buy themselves that little bit of time, but they're getting isolated here. Popped out of it, popped into banner, and that's gonna be a delay. They will buy time, and Neil just fleeing as quickly as possible to the afterlife. Gotta be respawning as fast as possible. Gotta get there with the team as Invincible are looking to try and close this out. November has a Dance of the Butterfly, which they are dropping here. Trying to close this out, trying to set this up for a final push. Meteor M comes down. Nico takes out Siona. Fate of both worlds being utilized by the Lunar Snow to keep the team upright as BbiYak want to try and close this out. But Invincible, they are defending. They've got the healing from Mantis. Meteor M onto the back line. It's a dunk. Little bit of damage. Not enough to finish the job, but the team is.
1, 2, 3.
And our series moves to a 2-2. Our match now comes down to a single map. Nico doing a great job there. Solid MVP, 47,000 damage blocked, just a little bit behind the Incredible Hulk on the side of Invincible. 46k healing. Once again, Invincible's Lunar Snow showing up with the numbers. Just a little bit ahead of the Lunar Snow from BbiYak. 15 final hits. 35 eliminations by Happy. Really just giving their team everything they've got to try and eke out every single win. And thanks to that, they've put their team onto a match point. A final game to find out who moves on to the grand finals. Let's go to a break. When we come back, it will be time to find out who is going to the lower bracket. See you in a moment. It's round 5. Winner moves on to the Marvel Rivals Championship Grand Finals for Asia PC. Loser goes down to play against the team known as Marvel Rivals in the lower bracket to decide who gets a shot at the winner. Doctor Strange bad out, as is Adam Warlock, despite not seeing too much Iron Man. In that last game, we are going to see the Bruce Banner gonna be secured, as is the Black Panther by BbiYak. Finally getting onto the board, Yggdrasil Pathway is going to be our final staging ground to decide who ascends to the mountain to be immortalized in legend, and who has to fight their way up that perilous mountain path. Iron Man, and well-deserved, honestly, for both teams, well-deserved Psylocke ban. We are going to be seeing the Hulk being hovered over by the side of Invincible, despite not having any team up with it at all on their side. But still thinking that it might be worth it for them. I don't blame them. The Hulk is still a pretty strong character. North America, when they don't have the Hulk available, they seem to be leaning towards the Venom. Also, without any team-ups, might I add. Similar logic behind both heroes. Jump on the enemy backline, cause issues, leave. Defense starting in for Invincible. And for what may be the last time in the upper bracket, and is definitely going to be the last time in this particular series, let's introduce the players. Ladies and gentlemen, on the left, it is Invincible, with Nico playing the Magneto. Happy too. Going to be on the Hela. The Hulk has snuck in once again. Cadia sticking with a favourite. They are on the board. We have a Lunar Snow, and we have a Mantis. On the attack, BbiYak with Siona going to be playing the Mantis. We have TTI Long going to be busting out the Incredible Hulk. Lunar Snow, November also on the board. Neil going to be playing the Magneto. And we finally have Hela off on the side as the cart begins moving. We have Magneto versus Magnico. Who is going to come out on top? Neil going to be poking away. Doing a little bit of damage. Immediately onto Cadia. Forcing them to back up. Cadia on the defense is just trying to set up those aquatic dominions. Just trying to set up the Cadian gate. The BbiYak have to fight their way through. Needs to be... Luckily, they don't have to worry. Nice using the aquatic dominion there. They got the shield. Immediately dropping it. Allowing them to reset to their team. Cadia's doing a good job here. They've got positioning. The Cadian gate is set up. With no extra Doctor Stranges in this game, they don't have to worry about, we'll call it the Eye of Terror here. Instead, they can focus purely on defeating the great enemy. Oh, and a Proteus coming out as Invincible. Their defense is starting to collapse. The push of BbiYak seems to be working. Numbers starting to move in their favor. Hulk forced to back away, and we are seeing BbiYak cruising on in. TTI Long going to be picking themselves up a Groot to rejoin their team as the first point is hit. BbiYak starting off with some solid momentum here. And mixing it up, we haven't seen too much Groot between these two teams. TTI Long adjusts, mixes it up a little bit here. Taking a lot of damage though. Is going to get topped up by the team. Nico pushing forward. There's the wall. Immediately popped by the cart though. The unfortunate aspect of some objectives on this map. Doubling up the wall in fact. Using the wall to cover their side while they try and deal with that front line of Invincible that's trying to creep forward. Strangling Prison is at the ready. TTI Long tanking through as best they can, quickly healed up. Again, another wraparound into the backline. Hulk smash. Horde of Proteus coming out happy. It's trying to get the right angle, but there's the Straggling Prison. Is there follow-up onto the backline? Good protection coming in from Nico on the Magneto as Goddess of Death coming in, doing huge damage. And that's going to pop them back down as we see BbiYak now with their own Hela in the air. The artillery bombshells. Timing their second, Nico with Meteor M into the Raven form to escape as Nico is chased down, forced off the point, Fate of both worlds for the extra protection. Pushing their way through, tanking, but barely. BbiYak forced to retreat. They got a little bit of extra distance there, but they're backing out, they're resetting. Invincible pushing very far forward. Is this a bit too much? They're holding for the moment. The reset has been achieved as BbiYak begin there once again. Slow creep forward. Happy taking out two as Hela goes down, and once again BbiYak's push is completely stopped here. Forced to back away. Lots of damage coming out, but you need to wait for their team to return here as Invincible. They hold the defensive position. Cadia. A little bit of an aquatic dominion on the flank so they can tell if they are being ambushed here. Throwing up to the high ground. This is just really good aquatic dominion positioning. Doing some fantastic work here for the team. But they are creeping forward. Here comes the Meteor M. Horde of Proteus. Whale coming through. Kane is starting to get a little bit isolated from their team, and they're doing so much damage. Horde of Proteus. They drop the defense onto the backline. Big damage. Nico and Cadia picking up the double, making the triple. And once again, BbiYak's push is going to be shut down. 4 members down. November. Waiting for their team to join them as they have been wiped out. A little bit of pressure. As much damage as they can. Happy. Doing so much DPS here. The Hulks dueling up on the high ground. The Helas dueling on the low ground. Hulk smash, in fact, coming out, immediately getting stunned out. But Invincible, they're still going to utilize it. Maximize that health. Eat a couple hits. Cause some pressure. Doing some good damage into the air. Buy some time. Shields the team. And they're going to be able to pop TTI Long out of their Hulk form into banner. And they wipe them out. Happy with the final pickup there as Invincible are trying to hold this for as long as they can. Both Hellas have that Goddess of Death available. Which one's going to pull the trigger? Jeff is here. What? Healing from Spawn. They're bringing Jeff. Jeff has left Spawn. They're coming back with it. Happy getting frozen out. BbiYak, in a last moment of desperation with 23 seconds left, they have put their hopes into the hands of Jeff the Land Shark. Making their way forward. The heals coming out, keeping the team topped up. Creeping forward, ultimate, Meteor M, trying to drop onto that backline, blocked by Magneto. They can't land it. Cadia with the Horde of Protean, Fate of both worlds coming out. Meteor M from Nico finds no target. Both healing abilities are being utilized. Happy 2 with the Hell Unleashed Goddess of Death. They trade shots back and forth, but Happy 2 uses theirs to take out the Hela of BbiYak. 2 members down. BbiYak dropping out of this fight. Jeff is trying to heal them up, but the members are falling, and it looks like Invincible may be able to hold this as Happy 2 cleans up the overtime. 147 meters. Invincible. They can beat it. That is a very achievable number. BbiYak, they have to pull off the victory of a lifetime here. They have to hold so hard. The creativity of swapping to Jeff at the last moment to try and bring themselves into it That was TTI Long swapping over to the Jeff to try and close that out. But they're still going to give it their best. BbiYak on the defense. Yet to pick almost any of their characters. Invincible. Let me moving in. And there we go. BbiYak moving it about a little bit. We're going to see Neil moving over to the Hulk. TTI Long will pick up the Magneto.
Someday I'd like to see Talokan.
Only one person yet to pick. Looks like it will finally be picked up, and it is Hela. Invincible. One stage and 47.6 meters.
4, 3, 2.
That is so doable. Absolutely doable for Invincible. And that's exactly what they're going to be thinking. We have the potential, we have the dive, we have the tankiness, and we've shown that we can win. Winner goes through to the finals. That's a lot of damage being dealt to Invincible's Hulk, getting radioactive lockdown, but they got the map heal stolen away from the backline members of BbiYak. In and out, another fantastic stun, this time in response. The Hulk's engaging in a bit of a hockey fight. Trading back and forth. Invincible already losing 2 members on the attack as Happy is going to fall. BbiYak's defense looking good. Batter, little bit of damage as they try and get that ult charge back. Pop back into that Hulk. They will use the map heal, so they are committed. Just going to deal the damage. Keep that ult charge high so that they can transfer back to the Hulk and just not even bother with the respawn. Taking out that frozen spawn. They will keep forward. Cadia has the Horn of Proteus and looks like they want to use it. They take out the Hela. They drop the Horn, but they get sniped out here. Nico trying to hold the front line. Horn of Proteus once again. Nico dodges away from it. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left as BbiYak are holding Meteor M onto the squishy backlines, but they hold it with the Fate of Both Worlds. The Soul Rejuvenation is what was in fact used as Nico going to be holding that front line, delaying as best they can. Keep that card active, force them back. Meteor M absorbed, but November is punched down. The defense of BbiYak is collapsing here. And Invincible make their way onto the point. There is the finish line. It is within sight, physically and metaphorically. So close. So close to getting themselves into that grand final and immortalizing themselves at the top of the mountain. Invincible, they can see it, they can smell it, they can taste it. Unfortunately, BbiYak, they stand in the way. Nico wishes them to move. Taking through. They are holding everything for their team right now. Happy with the Goddess of Death doing some solid DPS on the side here. They're trying to flank. They find some good damage output. November was trying to hold that flank, but now the team is here, and they are grouped up. Order Proteus, sidestepped, dodged by most of the characters. Stun onto the enemy Hela, who has the high ground here. BbiYak holding the line, but Happy gets the snipe immediately into the Goddess of Death as they are kind of surrounded here. They're going to drop the damage, take out the terrain so that they get the easy shots. Order Proteus burning down, but the Fate of Both Worlds is going to absorb a lot of those hits, but Happy has the angles now. They're going to try and drop the damage. Invincible look to push it in. They are only 3 meters away from the grand finals. They're trying to hold it. As we see, Neil is the only person on this point. They're going to lose that Hulk down into Banner. Who else can make it? Goddess of Death is going to hold him, but the cart moves. And that is going to be it. We have our first grand finalist, ladies and gentlemen. A valiant attempt by BbiYak, but Invincible will move on to the Grand Finals. Happy to select getting yet another well-deserved MVP. 26k damage, 14 eliminations. 40 final hits, 21 eliminations. Look at the final hit difference that round. Invincible popped the heck off that time. Just burning through members. 6 total final hits. Versus 15, 20, 23, 25 for the side of Invincible. Invincible, with that victory, they have guaranteed themselves, at minimum, 2nd place. Whereas BbiYak, their round isn't over yet. Tomorrow's game that we will be casting is going to be the lower bracket final. And that will be BbiYak versus Marvel Rivals, previous tournament champions. Not an easy match for BbiYak. But they have one last chance to make their way into the Grand Finals and get revenge versus Invincible. I hope you've all enjoyed today. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can see tomorrow's game when it goes up. If you're especially enjoying yourselves and liking this content, then please consider hitting that join button and becoming a member. When you do, you get little emojis, you get little emotes from my channel, and you also get a video release early schedule. I just botched that sentence completely. You get videos early, is what I'm trying to say, so that you can get these games a little bit early. I am doing this independently. I am producing, I am casting, I am observing. Everything I do basically just by myself right now. Marvel has not contacted me despite my efforts. I am not doing this for them. I get a little bit of monetization from ads. It's not a lot. And I do like money. So if you want to support what I'm doing and allow me to keep doing it, then maybe consider hitting that join button so that you can support me that way. Get those videos early. And help me keep making this. I also have a Twitch. If you've got Twitch Prime, go over there. It's in the description. You can drop it on me. I sometimes stream. I promise I'll do that more eventually, but it's so exhausting. I'm sure a lot of people really understand, but it's tiring. For now, though, I hope you all enjoyed. Tomorrow's game is that lower bracket final. The day after will be the Asia Grand Finals. And then we'll be moving on to the Europe semi-finals. Assuming they don't just, wipe the replays before I get to them, I've been busting out, 4 or 5 a day because I'm so scared that they'll remove the replays before I can get to them. For now, though, thank you very much for watching. Oh, and support the main channel. Go to the main Marvel Rivals channel, give them a like, give them a subscribe, check out the games over there. Just give them some love. I'm not working against them. I'm doing this because I like the game. I want to work with them. Give them kisses. Tell them Tetcher gives them kisses. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.